very impressed with Pitt. They're really good, but I really was proud of our fight and to keep trying to find a way to escape with a win, which we did. I thought our guys off the bench gave us a great lift in a big road game, something we can build on.
Mike, the job Steve did where he's in foul trouble, he can't get in a rhythm, and then all of a sudden he delivers for you big down the stretch.
Well, the guy has made more big shots, in his career. You just got to keep coming back to him. And I really thought when he got a clean look, I'd have been shocked if it didn't go down because we've seen him make so many big ones. But great mental toughness because he wasn't really flowing.
When you're down 5, both in regulation and overtime, how much did the Villanova and Purdue games kind of help you guys to stay steady?
It was a great one. I told our guys, I said, I've always said we've got really intelligent group. We learned lessons from those 2 games. And I was hoping, like I said after the Purdue game, we'll get one back if we can learn. And I thought we really did learn from things we couldn't do against Villanova and Purdue and did here. So hopefully something to grow on in this crazy league.
Mike, there are 2 guys combined for 50. How difficult is that to overcome?
Well, they're really good players. The one thing we did talk about, and we did probably enough of a good job to get out of here today, was to not have anybody else really go off. Now, Johnson got, his 14, but he was 4 for 12. But Jeter, nobody else got going. And because I didn't think we were going to be able to stop these guys. And they're really gifted. They're men. They're winners. I'm so impressed with both of them. And I'm glad we only play Pitt once. I don't want to see them. We see them like once a year. I don't want to see them until next New Year's. They're really good.
Mike, given the history of overtime games with Pitt, how much, clearly you wanted to send it to overtime because you were trailing, but how much, is that something that you reflect on as a coach more so than these guys? But I know guys like Steve have been in overtime games against Pitt.
We have now won 6 in a row in overtime, and I believe we're 14-3 in our last 17 in overtime. So when I went into the huddle in overtime, our guys, our veterans were already talking about it. I said, fellas, this is what we do. There's a great psychological advantage for us right now because we've had success in overtime. So, I think that helped us.
But you've also had some games here in this building.
Yeah, and 11 years ago, we lost that game when Chris Quinn had 37. That was double overtime, I believe. But we've had great games against this program. It's an honor to compete against Pitt. Now, this is my 3rd coach I've coached against. Tells you how long I've been at Notre Dame. But the Pitt basketball program, I have the utmost respect for. We've had knockdown dragouts. I think we're about 500 in my tenure. I think we played 23 times, and we're 12-11. They've just, we'll go on a run streak, win a couple in a row. They'll go and win a couple in a row. There's a lot of memories of Pittsburgh games, and it's a proud program to compete against.
What are some of the major differences that you noticed, Mike? You had referenced obviously Pitt with the new coach there between the Pitt team you faced last year.
Yeah. Well, I think he's really got Artis and Young flowing offensively, and they play a little more open with those 2 guys, and obviously they are benefiting. They're tricky to deal with defensively because they switch everything, and then they're long and they're big. So you can't always take advantage of a mismatch in the post because their guards are big and rangy and can guard Bonzi and Martin Gebbin, even though we got a couple of those. So those would be, the things that the biggest things I see. It's really it's a group that they can put 90 on the board really easy. We escaped because they didn't get into the 80s. If they got into the 80s or 90s, I don't think we could score enough today to win.
You want to keep them around the perimeter and stop the drive? Is that one of your?
Yeah, we were jamming it in there a little bit. I thought our rotation was great today. One of the things I told our guys was charges are not optional today. They were against St. Peter's the other night. We had more guys drive down our lane, but I think we tried to take 5 and maybe got 3. And so I thought we really responded well, putting our chest in there. We did a good enough job on the backboard to not get smoked on the backboard. What helped us was going zone. We went zone in the first half, and that gave us a little run. And then we went zone at some key times in the second half that helped us.
Mike, what does it say about TJ Gibbs where they're Ashton's better, he sticks that three to get it there.
He is a fearless young man, and this would have been the one I'd be worried about, and he just plays. You know, that's a big-time game. He just gave us really key minutes, and he's unafraid. You know, the 7 points he got in, what, 12 minutes? That's like really, those were key points.